Now at 5, how the Area Agency on Aging is working to feed seniors while the government shutdown blocks some federal dollars. Plus, a local charity prepares emergency food distribution and
the Trump administration will partially fund SNAP benefits after a funding lapse during the government shutdown. I'm Erica Brown with more from Capitol Hill on the ongoing political standoff.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
the Trump administration says this afternoon SNAP benefits will be partially funded after 2 judges ruled on Friday that the food assistance payments must continue despite the government shutdown. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. We're going to look at how some 4 staters are dealing with the changing status of SNAP in a moment. But first, Erica Brown has the latest from Capitol Hill, where the Senate has reconvened but has no vote scheduled to end the budget impasse.
The Trump administration said Monday it will use a contingency fund to partially pay out SNAP benefits this month after rulings from 2 federal judges.
It cost over $9 billion to fund SNAP for a month, and we only have, I think it's $5.2 billion in the contingency fund. So you have a big shortfall.
The ongoing government shutdown caused a funding lapse, affecting more than 40 million Americans who rely on the food assistance program, including cancer patient Michelle Lockhart.
It's not just myself, it's others in the community, others like me, people that are no longer able to work, and without the SNAP benefits, we're unable to put food on the table.
The deadlock is also causing major disruptions at airports across the country.
What can you do about it? We're just in a spot where we have to wait.
Here on Capitol Hill, the Senate reconvened Monday, but there are few signs of progress to end the stalemate as Democrats continue to hold out for extensions to Affordable Care Act subsidies.
I'm not going to do it by being extorted by the Democrats who have lost their way.
In a 60 Minutes interview with Norah O'Donnell, President Trump made it clear he won't negotiate with Democrats until after the government reopens.
Your plan is to tell the Democrats to vote to end the shutdown.
Correct, very simple.
And that you will put forward a health care plan?
No, we will work on fixing the bad health care that we have. Right now, we have terrible health care at too expensive for the people.
The shutdown is expected to become the longest ever Tuesday night. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Back to the SNAP food assistance. The Trump administration said eligible households will receive 50% of their benefits this month, but the USDA warned there may be some delays dispersing that money. Carthage Crosslines Ministry is working to help those who are impacted by the current reduction in SNAP benefits. In addition to having food available for their regular clients, a separate emergency supply is also ready for anyone else who relies on SNAP benefits. The ministry is prepared to assist until the benefits are fully restored.
We were able to make about 48 boxes of emergency food items on Saturday, and 48 boxes aren't that many if we receive 500 people that come to us that need emergency services.
Those in need can pick up supplies from 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday, with each day corresponding with a range of last names. The ministry is currently monitoring the situation, with multiple federal judges ruling in favor of restoring SNAP benefits. The government shutdown is putting pressure on programs that help seniors put food on the table. The Area Agency on Aging in Joplin relies on federal dollars to help fund meal programs, transportation, and in-home support. With money on hold, staff say they're using donations and city loans to keep services running.
When our funding is strained, where those older adults are going to get those resources they need. It's not like many of them can go back out and work. They've already done that. They've worked all their lives. They've paid into the system. They've paid their taxes, and now those benefits that are helping to keep them afloat are uncertain at this point.
Local organizations like the Area Agency on Aging say they're still relying on donations and community support until full funding returns. The government shutdown is causing increased stress and greater needs for families in the Joplin area, according to the executive director of Children's Haven. With over 12% of families in southwest Missouri and southeast Kansas relying on food assistance, the shutdown threatens to worsen the challenges faced by these families during the holiday season.
One of the challenges is if you can't feed your family, just the stress of not having enough food impacts their ability to go to school, to learn, their growth and development. And so those are real challenges for families, and we want to make sure that the community knows the resources that are out there to help support them.
Anyone interested in supporting Children's Haven or seeking resources for families during this challenging time can visit their website or contact their office directly for more information. Beautiful day out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it turned out to be a great Monday for us today. Quite a bit of sunshine, warmer than what we saw over the weekend. Temperatures climbed well into the 60s to near 70 degrees. Few little mid and upper level clouds to our northwest. Besides that, we look pretty good as we go through the evening hours, 60s, 50s, as we fall back with pretty much clear skies. Let me take you through time. Few little clouds kind of skirting through. We only dip back right around 50. Later on tonight. Big warm up tomorrow as we pop into the mid 70s for afternoon highs. We get a few clouds, a weak little front in here on Wednesday, but still I think we're going to go near 70 as we get into Wednesday afternoon. Outside right now 64 in Stockton, but at Grand Lake nearly 70 degrees. We'll look at your week's forecast here in just a bit.
Catching a few. Police in Britain have charged a man with 10 counts of attempted murder after a knife attack on a train. The 32-year-old suspect appeared in court today, accused of carrying out a stabbing spree over the weekend on a train bound for London. Passengers ran in panic to escape. Some thought it was a Halloween prank when the stabbing started, but quickly realized it was all too real.
I put my hand on this chair, like just trying to push myself forward. And then I look at my hand and it's covered in blood. And then I look at the chair and there's blood all over the chair.
A driver diverted the train to the nearest station, and 8 minutes after the attack began, police tackled the suspect to the ground. Still ahead, a high-tech device to help battle the global waste crisis.
An AI-powered device is helping solve one of the biggest problems with recycling, but you can help too. I'm Bradley Blackburn, and I'll show you how.
And next in Health Watch, deadly listeria outbreak is linked to pasta meal sold at major retailers and kills 6 people nationwide. Topping today's Health Watch, more cases and deaths have been linked to a listeria outbreak in prepared pasta meals sold at major retailers. Gwen Baumgartner has details.
A warning from the nation's top health agencies. Check your refrigerator and freezer for a number of different pasta meals. They may be contaminated with listeria. Products include Trader Joe's Cajun-style blackened chicken breast fettuccine alfredo, Sprouts Farmers Market's smoked mozzarella pasta salad, and Scott & John's shrimp scampi with linguine bowls. The FDA's website has full details. All have been recalled from stores including Walmart, Safeway, and Kroger's, though most had Best By dates that have already passed.
These are pre-cooked meals. They're just warmed up. And therefore, that warming up is not sufficient to kill all of the listeria.
The problematic pasta comes from California-based Nate's Fine Foods, which recalled more than 200,000 pounds of it in September. Symptoms of listeria usually start 1 to 4 weeks after eating contaminated food, but can start as early as the same day or as late as 10 weeks. They include fever, muscle aches, diarrhea, stiff neck, and even seizures. So far, 6 people have died and 27 people have gotten sick in 18 states since the outbreak began last August. Infectious disease expert Dr. William Schaffner says listeria can be effectively treated if diagnosed early.
But some people have gotten more seriously ill because the bacteria has gotten out of the intestine and into the bloodstream.
Listeria is especially harmful to pregnant women and seniors. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The CDC is still investigating whether additional foods might be contaminated. Every year in our nation, more than 1,000 people are infected with listeria. About 170 die. Children whose mothers who experience postpartum depression and other psychological distress have a higher risk of neurodevelopmental delays. A study published in JAMA found that even a pregnant mother's psychological distress before giving birth can affect the development of a child. Researchers say the findings underscore the importance of addressing mental health during and after pregnancy. Exposure to artificial light at night can raise your risk of heart disease. A Massachusetts General Hospital study found that nighttime light pollution, which is common in many cities, increases stress-related activity in the brain. That can lead to inflamed arteries and a higher risk of heart disease. The study's authors recommend keeping the bedroom as dark as possible and avoiding screen time before bed. How far you live from your primary care doctor could affect your health. A study in Canada found people who live 18 miles or more away from their family physician were more likely to rely on the ER for non-emergencies and saw their doctors less, which led to lower quality health care. Men, people from lower income communities, and those under age 65 were most at risk. That is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, artificial intelligence revolutionizes recycling with supercomputers that sort waste faster than humans ever could.
Plus, we continue to warm up as we go through the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a great Monday for us today. Quite a bit of sunshine. Temperatures fantastic. Upper 70s, 4 highs. Crystal clear blue skies, but you can see some mid and upper level clouds kind of picking up central Kansas up through Nebraska. And a few of these are going to skirt through tonight. It's not a big deal. It's going to be a fine evening. Overnight hours look great as well. Let me walk you through time. So we're going to go into Tuesday morning. We're going to start not near as cold, 50, 51. We've had very frosty starts the past several mornings. We're not going to see that on Tuesday morning. And look at this warm up. Southerly winds increase. We go into lower 70s during the afternoon hours, so it looks pretty good. As we continue into Tuesday evening and Tuesday night, still windy. Let me take you into Thursday morning. The winds are going to start to shift. See this little wind shift line here? That is a front that is going to start to push in. So as that front works in, it doesn't really have much colder air behind it, but it may cool us down a few degrees as we go into Wednesday afternoon, but still into lower 70s. Then the winds are going to slowly switch out of the south once again. That will help our temperatures start to warm back up once again as we go into Thursday. All right, so the wind, it's going to get breezy. I mean, this is really going to take down a lot of leaves off trees over the next couple days. We're going to have winds gusting at times 30, maybe 35 as we go into Tuesday. It stays breezy all night, Tuesday night, and then once our front drops through, then it's kind of breezy out of the other direction. Northerly winds, not super strong on Wednesday, but Tuesday definitely is going to be windy. 53 to start, 71 by noon, high temp, 72 as we go into your Tuesday. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Pretty much clear skies right now. Look at this. It's 5:15. It's almost dark. This stinks with daylight saving time ending just yesterday morning. Through the evening hours, 60s, 50s. Again, we'll only bottom out near 50 degrees. At 64 in Stockton, Neosho 65, 69 at Grand Lake Parsons, sitting at 65 degrees. But look at our ridge of high pressure building in. That's going to keep us warm as we go through the rest of the week. So look at this. No big storm systems, nice and calm. We do get a front that dips through on Friday. It should be dry. Another system that kind of slides by on Sunday, and that will usher in some cooler air as we go into early next week. So let's continue through the rest of the week. Here's Thursday afternoon, upper 70s. I mean, it's going to be warm on Thursday. Then we get a front, slides in on Friday. That's going to pass through. It's still going to be nice on Friday, and I really think Saturday looks pretty good as well. But then here comes colder air Saturday night and into Sunday. Look at Sunday. Highs may stick upper 40s to near 50. 72, windy. Tomorrow 71, Wednesday 76, Thursday 72, Friday. Perfect all week. 69 Saturday, and then only 51 on Sunday with a low of 26. So kind of up and down, but mainly dry the next 10 days.
This coming 10 days is the reason I think autumn in the 4 states is the best time of year.
There you go.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, breakthrough technology uses AI to battle the global waste crisis, one recyclable at a time. Topping today's Consumer Watch, sorting recyclables at home is tough enough, but But recycling plants, they handle thousands of tons daily. Well, new artificial intelligence makes the process more efficient. But as Bradley Blackburn reports, your home habits still matter.
At this recycling plant in Berlin, Connecticut, multi-million-dollar machines move in every direction, sorting everything you can imagine.
It moves fast.
Very quickly. We process up to 50 to 60 tons an hour.
But blink and you might miss game-changing technology, intelligent eyes closely watching it all.
That box is a supercomputer. It is, yeah.
The red boxes are from a company called Gray Parrot. Entrepreneur Ambarish Mitra believes artificial intelligence combined with high-speed cameras can help solve a massive global waste problem.
Large-scale AI should be used to actually increase efficiency to a level where almost nothing would be a waste. We want to build a world where we see every object as a resource and it can be recovered and it could be back into society.
The AI boxes can identify recyclables based on shape, labeling, and other criteria and warn if something sneaks through. The plant still needs plenty of human workers too, but AI helps maintain the purity of the sorted product, which ultimately helps recycling make money.
If it should notice that something's not right, it'll send us an alert, and we can go and see what's going on to make a change in the system.
Even with technology, it's still an immense and expensive job to sort all this material. And what you do at home matters.
Tips include never putting items like lithium-ion batteries in recycling. They can cause fires here. It also helps to clean and sort your recyclables.
You need to follow the recipe or the instructions that's given by your local recycling coordinator. They'll tell you what should go in and what shouldn't.
Every little bit helps because it clearly adds up. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Berlin, Connecticut.
That Berlin facility was the first in the country to use Gray Parrot technology. Scientists are using smart new technology to help save polar bears in Canada, where melting sea ice has wiped out 50% of the population. A silent, all-electric tundra buggy helps researchers get closer to the bears to studying them and can even broadcast live to the world. Military-grade radar called BearDar can detect polar bears as they get closer to towns, keeping both people and the animals safe.
You think a large animal would be very easy to see and a hard target, but that thick fur makes them a very soft radar target.
Researchers say polar bears are facing longer ice-free seasons than ever before, making it harder for them to hunt and survive. Wendy's is set to announce an aggressive relaunch plan amid slumping sales. The fast food chain is facing some big hurdles. The company's stock is down 50% year to date. They don't have a permanent CEO, and recent promotions have largely flopped. Wendy's strategic plan will be revealed during its November 7th earnings call. It includes refreshed marketing and investments in restaurant technology like digital menus. Final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, AI has become a divisive topic, especially in schools. Tonight, we're going to meet a teacher who found a way to teach students the right way to use that technology. Then on KOIM News at 6, more on how local seniors face uncertainty when it comes to meals and transportation as the government shutdown cuts federal funding. Plus, learn how a Carthage food pantry braces for crowds as SNAP benefit cuts threaten to leave some families hungry. And in sports, a Neosho Wildcats softball pitcher is named Player of the Year in the COC West. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOIM News at 6. Beautiful weather out there, Doug.
Yeah, and it looks great. Of course, the sun is pretty much gone already, so this evening we'll slide back through the 50s. But 72 tomorrow. It's going to be on the windy side. 71 Wednesday, 76 on Thursday. Well above average for this time of the week, but enjoy it.
Yeah, we fell back, so the sun is setting here at only 5:29. Yeah. And it's going to get earlier from here.
I know.
Oh, well. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOIM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.